Hello, YouTube, the homie Peanut the Wicked. I'm here again. This is another vlog. So this one I'm by myself, as you see. Today, it's Pride Month, first of all. Pride Month, June 2021, right? What a year we've had. I'm not even going to get into it. So, the past few years, if you guys have been, following me, I've done Pride Month vlogs. So I wanted to do one today. This one, in all honesty, is probably going to be the most personal vlog up to date. It'll be therapeutic for me and just as a dedication to Pride Month 2021. So again, for those who don't know me, my name is Jesus, or call me Peanut, preferably Peanut the Wicked. Today's vlog, like I said, it'll be the most personal of my vlogs. It's gonna be about coming out to my father. Now, if you are somebody who grew up with me or was my friend growing up, then I think a lot of you probably remember my relationship with my father. It was very tense anytime we were both in the same room, or awkward, because all we did growing up was kind of like bicker about nothing a lot of the time. Now that I'm an adult, things are better. I'm a different person. Obviously, I grew up. He's a different man, but let's start from the beginning. So growing up with him, so he's Mexican, like él cruzó here. He's now an American citizen. Well, he's been an American citizen for most of my life. So, but he is, somebody who grew up in the ranchos, in the pueblo. So his mentality and his attitude was very, very different. He was also a single father for a while, so he didn't know how to handle things, do things with somebody who didn't have, our mother, his wife at the time. So, he was very tense and very stressed, and in a way he kind of took it out on me, especially because I was the older son. That's how I feel anyway. When I look back at it, he took it out a lot on me. So he was very tough on me growing up. So again, to the people who knew, who's been to my house or who was around the family and my friends, again, you saw how awkward things were. I grew up very angry because of him. I learned anger from him. I grew up angry. I grew up resentful. And so in my 20s, that's when I started to come out. Yeah, in my 20s. I'm 33 now, so I was like 21, 22 when I first started to come out, or when it started. When my people were asking me about it, because I didn't really come out. Most people came and told me, hey, are you gay? Check out one of my other vlogs. That's where I talk about it. But in my 20s, I started coming out. I started coming into my own. I started getting comfortable in my own skin. With my friends and my other family members. But I kind of brushed my relationship with him under the rug. I kind of brushed him under the rug in terms of coming out to him. And it was purposely, and it was also because once I started to grow up and he also started to, grow up, because our parents grow up too. Once he also started to grow up, it was, I don't know, for me, it was awkward. On my side, it was very awkward. I didn't know how to come to him as a son/friend, because I didn't feel like he set up that relationship with me, the son, father, but also friend relationship. I don't feel like he set that up with me. So I just, growing up, I didn't feel like I had to, because he was my dad, but I didn't have that comfort with him. I never did. Only until just recently did I start to feel comfortable where even for him, he'll come and ask us, as in me and my brother, a question, and then we would give him our feedback. Even with him, I felt like he was uncomfortable, or it was awkward for him. But that was because, again, our relationship, our whole dynamic growing up was almost toxic in a way. And that's where a lot of my anger came from. And I feel like, again, going back to everybody who grew up with me, shout out to all of you guys if you're still in my life. You knew how I was. You guys knew how angry I was, especially with him. Our parents aren't perfect. But as you grow older, you kind of see where they're coming from. Like, you kind of understand why they did or why they handled certain things a certain way. So again, coming out to my father, I only just did it early this year, and I'm 33 now. A lot of gay folks that I know now have came out to their parents when they were in their 20s, and I just feel like I had to do it in my own way. Again, because I grew up resentful and angry, I didn't do it. But now that I'm older and he's getting older, I wanted things to be better because it's the right thing to do, right? To the people who are now around my age, like, we're watching our parents grow older and we just want to make things better. So the day I came out to him, and I can already feel getting emotional because I was getting emotional that day. So, I just said that I wanted things to be better. I wanted the family to be better. That I knew that, for him, things were tough, and that's why he took it out in a way that he shouldn't have. I started with that, our relationship, the family, because he's a family man. There's people who might spread rumors, but overall, he's a good man. He might have handled things inappropriately or just not in the right way, but he's a good man. And even though he, was a little too tough on us, he was still a good father, because a good father, makes sure that you don't need nothing. And, he did the best that he could. In all honesty, he really did. But because of maybe also me, because, maybe it's because I'm gay, that I was a little sensitive growing up, that maybe I took things a little too harshly. But even then, when that conversation, the night that we had the conversation, even then he was like, I apologize if I was too tough, and thinking back at it, I was too tough on you guys. And then I was, I said, the past is the past, like, there's nothing we can do, we just have to move forward. But not only is the reason me coming out to you is because I want our relationship to be better, but because I want to live more freely and more openly. Again, in my last video with Nelly, I really do live freely and openly, except for when I'm around him. He's the one person in the world that, because I didn't come out to him, I wasn't all the way free. And there's only few people who I told this reference to. I was like, I want to come out to my father, because even though I do feel like I've been spreading my wings, I feel like a bird who still has a chain attached to his cage. Like, I'm flying around my cage. Yeah, like I'm free and flying around, but I still can't go further because I have a chain around my legs. And that chain was my father. But yeah, so back to the conversation. I told him, I want us to be better. I want our relationship to be better. I want the family to get better. We've been through too much, and life is too short to be kind of not talking things out or throwing or sweeping things under the rug. And he was like, yeah, I agree. If that's how you want it, that's how it will be. And I was getting emotional. I was crying. And so then I said, I want things to be better, and that I'm trying to just be free and open, because I want you to know that I'm gay. My boyfriend has come around numerous times. Like, he's really good to him too. I was like, because that Christian is, my partner, that's my boyfriend. And I just want you to know that this is who I am. I want you to know the real me, all of me. I was like, yeah, like, I'm gay and I don't want things to change. And with no hesitation, he was like, no, nothing's going to change. I kind of knew, you're my son, and, it's okay. It's totally okay. I love you. I accept you. I accept him. Just like you said, we need to have things get better and be better for us, because life really is too short. I was like, yeah, and yeah, like I was crying, which I kind of knew what happened, but over the years, I felt like the moment when I come out to him that I was gonna lash out out of anger, because I felt like a lot of my anger came from him. And it was the complete opposite. Like I kind of broke down. I didn't break down. I was like, but I did cry. I got emotional. And as always, he was the strong one, the firm one. No, it's okay. You're my son. And yeah, I know. And it's okay. It's going to be better. We're going to be better. And that's it. He made no big deal of it. He didn't make me feel like I let him down or anything. Like, I don't know. Like, it was definitely a huge weight off my shoulders. And I just feel like because of the way he was and what he went through when we were kids, I just feel like maybe that's what made him angry. That's what made him stressed. That's what made him kind of lash out in the wrong way. I think a lot of us, if you are the oldest sibling, then yeah, they're a little harder on you, and he was with me. But when I think back at it, I just don't feel like there was no ill intent in it. He was also just a young man trying to figure out how to maneuver in life the right way. Yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys this story. I wanted to tell you guys my story, because again, this really is going to probably be my most personal vlog to date. Even now, it's because it's still fresh. This was only so we're in June. This was like in March, I think, or even February. I don't know, but it was very, very recent. And to me, I feel like it's a letdown. Not a letdown, but I just feel like I'm far behind in a way, because so many of you, other gays have came out to your parents years ago and already have a great relationship with them. And I do want to have that with both my parents, and I'm starting to have that with my dad. My mother's a whole different conversation that, we'll get there. We only do get one mother and father, but I'm also a huge believer of holding even your own family accountable for what they do. So I really hope you guys got to watch this video and get to know me in the most personal level, because again, coming out to my father and telling you guys that story, it really is the most personal that it will get for me. But I do feel much better. But even the people who are in my family, my dad's side and my mother's side of the family, they know that my father has a very tough personality. And I came out the exact same way. So I feel like maybe that's also just another reason why we used to always butt heads growing up. I really am the exact same way he is. The exact same way, except gay. But yeah, I hope you guys really, take something from this. I'm happy to have let this out. In all honesty, again, like I said, this was going to be therapeutic, and I wanted to share this for Pride 2021. I'll see you guys again. I hope you guys are following my Instagram, my TikTok, everything that I'm doing, because I'm really excited to be on this again. Again, everything, if you want to follow me, Peanut the Wicked. I'm loving my Selena shirt. Y'all like my outfit? All right, guys. Thank you again.